USA.
Bro, this dude is wildin'.
Born in the USA. I was they mad, boy and girl. They woke up mad, and I woke up glad. She don't like black women.
They mad,
because
I woke
she did
up
not
glad.
put not one black woman on her platform. She went and got black itches. She went and got them rapping itches that shake their ass and pop their pussy. She did not go get a woman that could talk. She did not get a black woman. She went and got black itches that know how to shake their ass and pop their pussy.
What
she did not go get an upstanding black woman to speak to black people. I keep telling you, she did not go get upstanding black women to come talk to upstanding black people. She went and got Glorilla. Talk about moose knuckles. She went to go get Cardi B, who cheat on her husband. She went to go get Megan Thee Stallion, who done slept with over. She went and got Megan Thee Stallion, the industry hoe, who done slept with over.
Oh, would you look at that?
Yeah, well.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, there's a few more blemishes on the car.
Oh my gosh, just look at it.
The car is not perfect.
Just look at it. Just look at it.
Yeah, well.
What the heck is that?
I don't know where you stand on politics, and this isn't a stance about the left or the right, but did you hear this? It's incredible. Regenerative farmer Joel Salatin just announced that I've been contacted by the Trump transition team to hold some sort of position within the USDA and have accepted one of the 6 advisors to the secretary spots. For those of you who don't know him, direct from his bio, Joel Salatin calls himself a Christian libertarian, environmentalist, capitalist, lunatic farmer. Others who like him call him the most famous farmer in the world, the high priest of the pasture, the most eclectic thinker from Virginia since Thomas Jefferson. Those who don't like him call him a bioterrorist, typhoid Mary, charlatan, and starvation advocate. And with a room full of debate trophies from high school and college days, 15 published books, and a thriving multi-generational family farm, he's as comfortable moving cows in a pasture as addressing CEOs in a Wall Street business conference. Folks, this is huge. With RFK Jr. and Joel Salatin working on food quality and chronic disease, and Elon Musk and Ron Paul addressing government efficiency, this could be an interesting 4 years.
Professor, explain Trump's tariffs.
Well, the income tax currently costs the American people $2.4 trillion a year. Trump proposes to replace it with tariffs of 20% on everybody but China, who gets an extra special 60% tariff. Altogether, that might bring in about $900 billion a year. This would grow America's economy like rocket fuel. Near term, we're talking a 20% increase in the economy, so about a $15,000 raise for the typical American family. Note that's on top of the $18,000 of income tax you would no longer have to pay. Knock off $3,000 for the tariffs, and you get about $30,000 in additional income for the typical American family, close to $3,000 per month. We might expect a doubling of annual economic growth. So 5% growth would be the new normal. Your kids would be 3 times richer than you, as it used to work in America. If we simply copy countries like Singapore, we might save around about $2 trillion or more. If a president can sell it to American voters, $30,000 is a chunk of change. Congress will go along out of sheer self-preservation. Plus, the bake sales would be lit.
That's economics professor Dr. Peter St. Onge, PhD, explaining exactly how replacing the income tax with tariffs would help all of Americans, especially middle and lower class Americans. Of course, the elite wouldn't want us getting $30,000 extra a year and securing our wealth for our children. Doesn't that sound like it would make America great again? Because that's what it sounds like to me, and if voting for Trump gives me any shot at accessing the opportunities my parents had access to, economically speaking, then yeah, I'm going to vote for him. Trump 2024.
RFK Jr. just started one of the most American things I've ever seen. It is so cool. It's called Policies for the People. It is a direct line to Team Trump where Americans can go and propose certain policies that they think would be beneficial to the American people, and then Americans get to vote on it. Let me show you how it works. So you go to the website, you sign up for an account, and then you can start proposing bills and voting for some, like single issue bills for Congress, term limits for senators and representatives. There's also one of my favorites, ban artificial food dyes. There's some other ones down here that I think are really cool. Insurance for holistic health, forbid TV drug commercials. You can also go to the left over here and go to different categories. I clicked on health, and then you can find all the different ones on health, and you can vote and also propose. Without even being elected yet, this administration is giving the American people their voices back, which is so cool and gives me so much hope.
I have something to tell you, Liam. You know, the election was yesterday. Who are you rooting for? Who are you rooting for?
Trump.
And?
J.D. Vance.
Right. And, you know, Kamala Harris had a lot of voters out there for her. A lot.
Let me guess, she won?
Nope.
Trump won?
What do you think? Is that good news?
Yes. It's not bad news, Mom. Stop
Nope, I didn't say it was bad. So what do you say to Trump?
I was about to say something to Jesus. Thank you, the Lord.
What do you say to Trump and Vance?
Fight! 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 I love you.
A democracy is a political system in which the people periodically, by majority vote at the polls, select their rulers. The rulers then have absolute power to make whatever laws they please by majority vote among themselves. In a constitutional republic, the people also, by majority vote at the polls, select rulers, who make laws by majority vote among themselves. But the rulers cannot make any laws they please because the Constitution severely restricts their lawmaking power. The ideal of a democracy is universal equality. The ideal of a constitutional republic is individual liberty. In this century, great strides have been made toward the goal of subverting our republic and transforming it into a democracy. The foremost tactic of the subverters is subversion of language. By calling America a democracy until people thoughtlessly accept and use the term, totalitarians have obscured the real meaning of American principles of government. Writers of the Constitution were anxious to safeguard liberty against dictatorship, monarchy they called it. But their chief anxiety was to protect the country against democracy. Edmund Randolph, delegate to the Constitutional Convention from Virginia, said the general object of the convention was to provide a cure for the follies and fury of democracy. Elbridge Gerry and Roger Sherman, delegates from Massachusetts and Connecticut, urged the Constitutional Convention to create a system to eliminate the evils that flow from the excess of democracy. Alexander Hamilton, delegate from New York, said, "We are now forming a Republican government. Real liberty is not found in democracy. If we incline too much to democracy, we shall soon shoot into a monarchy." John Adams, one of the giants of the American Revolutionary period, said, "Democracy will envy all, contend with all, endeavor to pull down all. And when by chance it happens to get the upper hand for a short time, democracy will be revengeful, bloody, and cruel." America was founded not as a democracy, but as a constitutional republic. We pledge allegiance to the republic, for which our flag stands, not to a democracy. The Constitution requires a republican form of government for all states, but does not mention democracy, and neither does the Declaration of Independence or the Bill of Rights. Someone asked him what kind of government the convention had given America, and Franklin replied, "A republic, if you can keep it." Very old and very wise, Franklin saw through the mists of time to the day when Americans might trade their freedom in a constitutional republic for the promise of government guaranteed equality and security in a democracy. And beyond that, to the day when democracy inevitably degenerates into dictatorship, guaranteeing nothing but poverty and serfdom for the people it robs and rules.
啊，好。